Hi, my name is Michelle Person, and I will be playing the role of Antigone as well as Ismene. Um, so I'll be the two sisters. Ismene, sister, my own dear sister, knowest thou what ill there is of all bequeathed by Oedipus that Zeus fulfills not for us twain while we live? Nothing painful is there, nothing fraught with ruin, no shame, no dishonor, that I have not seen in thy woes and mine. And now what new edit is this of which they tell that our captain hath just published to all Thebes? Knowest thou aught? Hast thou heard? Or is it hidden from thee that our friends are threatened with the doom of our foes? No word of friends, Antigone, gladsome or painful, have come to me, since we two sisters were bereft of brothers twain, killed in one day by twofold blow. And since in this last night the Argive hosts have fled, know no more, whether my fortune be brighter or more grievous. I knew it well, and therefore sought to bring thee beyond the gates of the court, that thou mightest hear alone. What is it? 'Tis plain that thou art brooding on some dark tidings. Such 'tis said is the edit that the good Creon have set forth for thee and for me. Yes, for me. And is coming hither to proclaim it clearly to those who know it not, nor counts the matter light. But whoso disobeys in aught, his doom is death by stoning before all the folk. Thou knowest it now, and thou wilt soon show whether thou art nobly bred or the base daughter of a noble line. Poor sister, and if things stand thus, what could I help to do or undo? Consider it thou wilt share the toil and the deed. In what venture? What can be thy meaning? Wilt thou aid this hand to lift the dead? Thou wouldst bury him when 'tis forbidden to thieves. I will do my part, and thine, if thou wilt not. To a brother, false to him, will I never be found. Ah, overbold, when Creon hath forbidden? Nay, he hath no right to keep me from my own. Ah me, think, sister, how our father perished amid hate and scorn, when sins bared by his own search had moved him to strike both eyes with self-blinding hand. Then the mother, wife, two names in one, with twisted noose did despite into her life, and last our two brothers in one day, each shedding helpless one, a kinsman's blood, wrought out with mutual hands their common doom. And now we, in turn, we two left all alone, think how we shall perish more miserably than all of the rest, if in defiance of the law we brave a king's decree or his powers. Nay, we must remember first that we were born women, as who should not strive with men. Next, that we are ruled of the stronger, so that we must obey in these things, and in these yet sorer. I therefore asking the spirits infernal to pardon, seeing that force is put on me herein, will hearken to our rulers, for 'tis witless to be over busy. I will not urge thee, nor if thou yet shouldst have the mind, wouldst thou be welcome as a worker with me? Nay, be what thy wilt, but I will bury him. Well, for me to die in doing that, I shall rest, a loved one with him, whom I have loved senseless in my crime. For I owe a longer allegiance to the dead than to the living. In that world I shall abide forever. But if thou wilt be guilty of dishonoring laws, which the gods have established in honor, I do them no dishonor, but to defy the state, I have no strength for that. Such be thy plea. I then will go to heap the earth above the brother whom I love. At last, unhappy one, how I fear for thee. Fear not for me, guide thy own fate. Aright? At least then disclose this plan to none, but hide it closely, and so too will I. Oh, denounce it! Thou wilt be far more hateful for thy silence if thou proclaim not these things to all. Thou hast a hot heart for chilling deeds. I know that I please where I am, most bound to please. A. If thou canst, but thou wouldst, what thou canst not? Why? Then when my strength fails, I shall have done. A hopeless quest should not be made at all. If thus thou speakest, thou would have hatred for me, and would justly be subject to the lasting hatred of the dead. Go then, if thou must, and of this be sure, that thou thy own errand is foolish. To thy dear ones thou art truly dear.